Good morning. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's kind of quiet without our music this morning. Good morning, Gail. I keep letting people in. We'll get started in just 1 minute. Hi, Alia. Oh, you went away again. I'll have to have the music going next week. It's a little quiet jumping in.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everybody in the office this week? Are y'all back?
We are all over the place, Gail.
That's okay. So are we.
Yeah.
We get the feeling. We understand.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, Monica's coming in. She'll pop in just a minute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're waiting on people to jump in, why don't we have a little sponsor spotlight this morning? Alia with 210 and Gail are with us with South Oak. If you guys want to do a little quick spiel, because we're still having people join and I can click and let them in as you guys introduce yourself. Alia, you want to start? Nothing like being put on the spot, right? Always ready to go.
No, I never mind. Thank you, Katie. I'm always happy to talk to y'all. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Alia with 210 Home Buyers Warranty. Good to see you. Looking forward to hopefully, having some in-person meetings soon and seeing your new space. I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to just thank you this morning. So many of you have been sending me buyer referrals. I know that we're not writing a lot of offers asking for home warranties right now. And I understand that completely, but it doesn't mean your buyers shouldn't have the opportunity to know about a home warranty and purchase for themselves. So again, a lot of you have been sending your buyers contact info and saying, hey, I've got a closing coming up. Could you reach out to them and just go over the basics of what a 210 warranty is? So just know I'm always happy to do that. It's very low pressure sales. I just want to be sure that I'm helping you get that information to them. So it's one less thing on your plate. So send that on over to me. I'll put my number in the chat. But yes, thank you for all the referrals you've been sending. I appreciate y'all so much.
Thank you so much, Alia. All right, Gail.
Good morning, everyone. We are just so excited. I'm Gail Mason. I'm with South Oak Title and Closing Services. And Monica will be in here in just a minute. She's our closing attorney. And we are just so excited. I just can't tell y'all how excited we are about going to be in the Montgomery area and get to meet each and every one of you really soon. We just can't wait. I think we're going to be down there, definitely coming down Red Day, and then and join in with you all and help sponsor some stuff for you. And then I think Monica even has a closing down there mid-May, so we're very excited about that. So we're just I just again can't tell you how excited, but we look forward to working with you and teaming up with you as far as doing title and closing work. we've been in the business for quite a while now. We're all over the state of Alabama. So we're from Huntsville, and then we're coming all the way down Montgomery Way, and we're on 30A down at the beach, headed that direction, and in Florida. So we feel like that we're going to be able to open up, like, for you guys to like close just about anywhere. So if you got clients going on vacation or wherever, so that we can maybe connect y'all, do title work and then connect you with a closing attorney and y'all. So we look forward to meeting you very soon. And until then, just, if you need us, we're just a phone call away, email away, and that we can give you online or send to you, and like Katie can give it out to y'all. Okay.
For sure. Thank you so much, Gail. And for those of you guys that don't know, we're going to have South Oak in office when we have the office complete. We will have them here in Montgomery. And one of the things I've heard is our in-town existing closing attorneys have been so busy that it's hard to actually even get, if you get it booked, it's hard to get a response. It's hard to get feedback. It's hard to get an update. And so Monica coming down here, you guys are going to be her priority. So it's just another value that you guys will have. And we want you to take a moment and utilize that. And even if it's, hey, just introduction, you want to do that. So thank you, Gail. And thank you, Alia. You guys got put on the spot this morning, and y'all were great. Thanks so much. All right, so we're going to get started. You know how it goes, guys. I really appreciate this time with you all. And we've added this new segment, gratitude, numbers, and intentions. And I think that it's been awesome. And so who wants to start us off this morning with gratitude, numbers, and intentions? Remember, we're coming in into quarter two. So, we're second month in now at this point. So what's your year looking like? And how can we help you? So gratitude, numbers, intentions. Don't make me pick on somebody. Nick Armistead. I know you were like, not me, not me, not me. How do I turn the camera off? Not me. Oh, did I lose him? Did he disconnect? Where's he at?
No.
Oh, come on, Nick. Yeah, there you go.
Good
right.
morning.
Good morning.
Hold on. So this is my first team meeting. Well, hold on one second.
Welcome.
Hold on one second. Sorry, my wife is making phone calls in the background.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so you said gratitude, numbers, and intentions. This is new to me. So what exactly do you want from me?
So who wants to go first to kind of show Nick what we do? Vicki?
Okay, I will. Good morning, everybody. I am grateful for life, for being able to just get a little a vacation this weekend. I am just so thankful for my KW family. Numbers, I am down 2 listings, so I'm working on that. And I just got to go really, really hard, double down on my for sale by owners and expires.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. All right, you ready, Nick? It's that simple.
All right. Well, honestly, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for the team that we have here. Just grateful just to honestly just be in business with it. Everyone on this call. As far as I guess numbers, I'm just updating my numbers or what's going on.
Yeah, it could either be closings, contacts, listings, whatever you're focused on. And then like what your intentions are around that. So like Vicki said, she's down 2. That means her intentions are to double down and get those 2 she needs.
Okay. Yeah. So I have a goal of working with 29 first-time home buyers this year. I closed on 2 yesterday. So I closed 2 yesterday, and I'm looking. I honestly have to. I'm a little behind for the year, but I have intentions to really focus on that so I can hit their goal.
That's awesome, and you have some big goals for this year, and some exciting things come up. So that's awesome. We were talking with Nick yesterday, planning his next step, and so that's kind of a cool conversation to have. Thank you so much. All right, one more, guys, before we move on. I don't see a lot of faces. There's not a lot of people I could pick on this morning. Shacarol.
I wanted to jump in.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you wanted me to go, Katie, or you wanted?
Let me see. I lost the person that spoke. Deborah, yes. Yes, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes, I just want to say, I know probably about like maybe a month ago, I was just like, okay, everything is dying down. It was kind of bothering me because I've never been in that situation before, like in a long time. So I didn't really know what to do. And then I just started reading, just thinking of things to do. And then just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like I just got bombarded with calls. So right now, you guys, I got 2 new builds and I got 6 clients that I got to find a home for. Just got
Yay.
a contract accepted this morning. So I've been up and did a showing this morning at 8 o'clock because I think that I got the contract. I put the contract in sight unseen, and they like, we want you to see the house. So we had to get up this morning. She said, you had the best offer. We got the best offer. So we just want you to see the house first. So we want to see the house this morning. So we said, yeah, to the house. So
Yay,
hopefully
that's awesome,
everything go.
Deborah.
Yeah. So hopefully everything go well with that. But yes, I got like, promise you, I got like what? So I got 5 more. I got to find a house for.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm just, yeah, I was like a month ago, I was like, wow. And now it's like, I'm gonna have about 8 closing.
I love that so much, Deborah.
Yes.
Have been working very, very hard. And Deborah's one of our, started off dual career and has taken the leap and built up her business so that she could do that. So we're so proud of you, Deborah. Way to go. Got into the
Yeah,
top
I'm very
20%.
grateful.
Next stop capping, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right. All right. Does anybody else want to share this morning?
I'll go since you called me before.
There you go, Carol.
Gratitude. I'm thankful. I got a great report from my transplant team this last week. Everything is going good. I'll be 4 years strong in
Yay!
August. And my numbers, I have 4 closings coming up, 3 at the end of May, 1 the beginning of June. I have a buyer that will be ready to put the home on the market by the end of the month. And I am still talking to the FSBO that I was talking about last week, and they are leaning towards going ahead and letting me list it. So I'm just keeping in contact and bugging them.
Well, you know the right script for that, Shacarol, right?
Well,
do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Sign a listening agreement.
Yes, and like I told him, I told him I pretty much won them over is I have 2 listings in the neighborhood that went under contract in less than 9 days, and they've been on the market trying to sell themselves for over 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have closed by now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were like, you're right. So I'm just talking to them every day, trying to get them to go ahead and sign the paperwork.
Very good. So proud of you too, Shacarol. So proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yes, Shacarol has a very cool story, and maybe for another time. I won't put her on the spot this morning, but we are so thankful that you are healthy and that you are part of our team. So, does anybody else want to share before we move forward? Okay. All right. So we have some additional things to celebrate. So we've got 2 new cappers as of this week. Cordelia Jarvis, congratulations. I don't know if you're in the room in Auburn. Yay, there she is. She capped last week. And then we also have Miss Vicki Wadsworth. She capped yesterday. So we are so thrilled and happy with our newest cappers. Congratulations. I love making this announcement. And so we are so proud of you guys, and it's an honor to be in business with y'all. Our mission, as you guys know, is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And this morning, we're going to talk a little bit through the MREA. Any of you guys ever heard of this book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent? Yeah, it's a pretty good one. We're going to talk through some of that and see how you can pull from this amazing book to encourage you this morning, to help you think bigger. And then we have something to apply to your lead generation tactics. We've had some very cool conversations with some of the Auburn agents yesterday and throughout the past couple weeks. And so I'm just excited, thrilled to be in business with y'all. I know I say that, but really being in this role, working with you guys, it fills me up. And I'm going to go ahead and speak for Adam. It does him too. So we're thankful that you guys do have these conversations with us. And it just really is so, so good. And we are so, so blessed. So this morning, I'm going to look at MREA, page 23. And so it's Gary really going through the introduction. So it's not even really to the meat of it yet. It's such great content. Forgive me for my voice. I've been a little sick. Well, now it's all good. I just haven't got my voice back. So I'm going to do a little reading this morning, but we're on page 23. So Gary says, if there's one thing that I've learned in life is that small goals tend to place limits on our potential, and big goals have a tendency to pull us right through the small goals on the way to attaining the big ones. Why? It's all about what you focus on. It's about what happens when we tend to slow down once our goals are within reach. Small goals, by definition, are almost always within our reach, so we end up achieving them quickly, but we never get the chance to build up a head of steam. On the other hand, when we pursue big goals, they're ambitious. We have the chance to build up such momentum, it carries us right past those small goals to the pursuit of the bigger game. James Allen once wrote, "You will become as small as your controlling desire, as great as your dominant aspiration. In the end of your business and your life, it ultimately reflects the goals you pursue. It comes down to the difference between goals that just satisfy you and goals that truly maximize you. The formula is straightforward. Think big, act bold, and you'll live a larger life." That was just really powerful as I was reading through it. And, I mentioned some of the conversations we've been having, whether it's recruiting consultations or top agent consultations or teaching a class, talking to new agents. The question is always, what is your goal? I have people sit across from me all the time, whether it be a new agent or someone interested in joining the company. And it's kind of like, well, what am I required to do? And I know that's that mindset of a 9 to 5, right? You get hired for a job and they set out a criteria and expectations of things you need to accomplish to attain your job. But as entrepreneurs and business owners, there's no, you must do this. That's a blessing and a challenge, right? So we have to take control over what we're doing. And to do that, the biggest question, the biggest thing we start with is, what is the goal? Everybody on this call, I want you guys to take a minute and think back to why you got into real estate. Why did you choose real estate? You could literally be doing anything on the planet, including other sales positions. Why is it real estate? Does anybody want to share this morning? Why real estate?
I'll share this morning. Honestly, it goes back to me saying earlier that I had a goal of helping 29 first-time home buyers. I chose real estate because when me and my wife bought our first home, we didn't have a good experience. So that's what really fueled me to get into the real estate industry, to truly help people and really help and educate first-time home buyers.
I love that so much. That's what guides you, right? And that's what drives you on the days that you're like, oh my gosh, because you know what, let's be real, we have those days. But having that, like, this is why I'm doing this. I'm helping people. You have an experience which helped you, and you can touch on that, and that's what pushes you forward to help others, even when it's difficult, even when it's challenging. Anybody else want to share why they chose real estate?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else.
First?
No, let somebody else share.
Okay, Katie Douglas.
Okay, so I've always parents bought a house when I was a kid that probably should have been condemned. It was over 100 years old. So just always been curious about houses. When I was in my 20s in college, I passed the class. I never got a license. And then when we moved to Alabama, we couldn't find a house that we liked, and our realtor was and so that between us moving from Colorado and moving here, I was in a position of, okay, what is it that God's calling me to do?
Katie, I think you're frozen.
And so I knew I could sell because recruiting was part of what I did. It wasn't really selling, but it was just helping people make an investment in themselves. And so I kind of had this whole thing of, okay, God, what do you want me to do? And my husband's like, get a real job. And so the real estate course came up and I took it, and I told God, I said, look, if you want me to do another job, I'll do it. I'll do it willingly. You just have to put it in front of me. In the meantime, I'm going to take this class. My phone never rang for an interview. And so 18 years later, here I am, and I am passionate about people. I'm passionate about what I do. And I look at everybody as an opportunity for me to help them. How is it that I can help them? And I just puts in my life, because I believe that everybody comes in our life for a reason. Some people leave for a reason, but I think you got to have a passion for it, and you just really have to know why you're here, because if you don't, it can become like overwhelmingly stressful and you just want to get a day job.
That's right. I know we've all had those days where we want to go in and have somebody tell us what to do, right? And yet having that big why and that pursuit of helping others, and it's driving us in what we do. And for Katie, I'll speak about her. It's not just her clients. It can be co-op agents. It can be agents within the company. Everyone knows you can call on Katie and she'll help you out. And whether it's a small question or a big question, she's willing to take the time to do so. And that's a great character point, and a great driving point for her. So thank you for sharing this morning, Katie. Vicki, would you like to share before we move on?
Well, I can. It was just when God called me off my job in 2016. I didn't know what I was going to do, but in 2001, I was prophesied to say that I would be selling houses. Well, I really thought they missed it. And when I said out of my mouth that I was going to real estate school after I was just volunteering, it was just amazing to me. But even as the time went on, I have a love for people. However, I can encourage and help people. That's what I want to be able to do. And this is just, and even with training people, I love being able, anything that God allows me to be able to do, I like to help other people get there if that's where they want to be. So I just love working with people. And I'm just excited about everything that I'm doing.
Thank you so much, Vicki, for sharing. And for Katie and Nick and anybody on the call that didn't share, I hope you take a minute to think back to why you chose real estate, and you need to hold tight to that. There's going to be days and weeks and maybe months where that needs to be, something that you're focused on. Zandra, would you like to share this morning? I see a little hand raised.
Yes, I guess. Good morning, everyone. I guess I'll stop being bashful.
Yeah.
That is so far from who I am. But I wanted to share my why is because I was going through a divorce with my ex-husband when my twins were younger. And I was thinking I had always had the desire to want to sell homes, but I guess it hits differently when you're put in a position where you want to own a home again, and you really know how it is from A to Z, from the just feeling like you can't, from the credit to just life hitting you. And so I'm just very passionate about helping people and helping them achieve that dream to purchase a home. So I was at Auburn for a total of 23 years, and 15 of those I spent, 12 of those 13 years I spent, doing a dual career, and it was awesome. But the thing is, I know I could have went further. So my goal now is that I'm away from that being that full-time job locked in, is to actually try and help more people and help my family at the same time. And I will say, I think I mentioned it in a post, just when you guys came up the first day, I mean, literally that day, things just started, the overflow started happening. And so I was blessed last month to have like 7 things put in the pipeline. And I've got about 4 or 5 right now for this month, that'll be going into place. So I'm thankful for you guys, just for being able to be here. And it was just, I guess it was just a reset, a total reset, and in a good way. So I'm thankful, but my biggest why was my family, but definitely helping others that have been put in a position or been in the position that I've been in and felt like they were hopeless and couldn't purchase. And I just love seeing their faces light up.
I love that. Thank you so much for raising your hand and sharing. And bonus points for using all the Zoom tools.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, I want to jump in off of that and something Nick said and everybody. It is when you relaunch a market center, it is extremely challenging, and it can be extremely draining. So hearing this stuff from you guys is energy for us, and I appreciate that because it's a lot of miles and a lot of time that we're pouring in, and I appreciate you guys. That means a lot. So another thing, a lot of times we think that, what we do is not that big a deal. My wife came down a couple of weeks ago, and we started looking for a house. And when you're new to a market and you're looking around and you don't know, and you get there and they say, we've got 4 contracts, having a professional agent to help you through the process is a lot. So we get in the habit of just turning these deals and it's no big deal, but you guys change people's lives, and what you do is important. So I think a lot of times we get in it's any industry, right? You just do what you do, but your impact is huge. And a lot of times we go through the process and we don't even think about it, but what we do is important.
That's right. And that's what I was going to say too, Adam, based on what everybody said and sharing, like you guys probably felt a little uncomfortable this morning sharing, but thank you guys for speaking up. I know it really touched me and others in the room. And that's where we need to think about, y'all, we are in business with some amazing people. Everybody that spoke this morning, no one person said, I want to do real estate to make money. Money is limitless in real estate. So it's not that it's not true. Every single person basically said they want to impact their community and people, that they can help and empower others. So that is powerful. And we are in business with amazing, amazing people. I'm going to continue reading this morning. Throughout history, we've seen that big goals pull us beyond our known potential, push us to live lives bigger than we imagined. I earnestly believe that the gifts you will receive from this kind of approach are far greater than any monetary reward you may achieve. Maybe Oliver Wendell Holmes put it best when he wrote, "The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we are, but in what direction we are moving." And I can honestly say everybody on this call or watching the recording later, it is definitely moving in the right direction. And we are being very intentional with our time, with our activities, and with why we're doing what we're doing. The ALC right now is reading Start With Why. And we're going back through with Simon Sinek. Don't just say what you're doing. And that's one thing you not only want to communicate with your peers, but also with your clients, with your sphere, is why. Do people know your why? Does your database know why you're in real estate? When you're making those calls, and we hear all the time, even the highest producers will say, gosh, I just don't know who to call or what to say. Hey, I was just thinking of you, Katie Douglas, and I want to say hello. I haven't talked to you in a while. Doesn't that make you feel good when somebody says that to you? That's not a script, and it's not a sales pitch. And yet that's a way to stay in touch with your people. And that's why you're in business. And that's going to give you energy to continue on. Speaking of energy, who knows about the energy plan from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent? Who follows this plan? Anybody? Well, let's talk about it a little bit this morning. So Gary says, and we're on page 307 now. Gary says there are 5 energy areas. Business energy, well, spiritual energy, meditate and pray, physical energy, exercise and eat, emotional energy, laugh and share appreciation, mental energy, plan and calendar, and business energy, lead generate. And he says, do this all by 11 a.m. every day. He says, my simple formula is to block off time such that I can be assured I will be able to pull a lot of energy into my life every day. What I've learned is that the world doesn't really get going until about 10:30 or 11. That means if you really want to get something done with minimum interruptions, you'll do it before 11 a.m. when the phone starts ringing and people start popping in. My energy routine is designed with an 11 a.m. end time in mind. Has anybody tried this to consistently get things done before 11 o'clock, before lunch, we'll say? Does it work well? Does it work better than just like sporadically kind of seeing where the day goes?
Yes.
For me, if I don't get it done, then my whole day is off. Everything is strange, weird, especially if it's something that, like my devotion, that comes first. And so if I don't get that done right away, then everything is just out of whack. So no matter what I have going on, I'm like, okay, whether it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, get her done.
That's right. Shacarol?
I'm like Katie. I changed most of my emails, my phone calls. I get most of that done in the mornings, like you said, before 11 o'clock. And because once my child is out of school or once her lunchtime and stuff hits, my day, and then between showings, my day just seems to go kind of very. So if I get it done in the morning, I just feel better about the day.
Anybody else want to share?
I guess my timestamp is 9 a.m. If I don't do at least all of this by 9 a.m., excluding lead generation, because I want to lead generate at 9. But if I don't do all of this before 9 a.m., it just feels like I'm playing catch up all day, and I can never just get in the routine and just get in a rhythm. So it's very important.
That's right. And I love too that it goes to the, laugh, emotional energy, share appreciation. It's like, I don't know if you can see on my wall, God, family, then business. Like, get your day started with that. Have your spiritual time, have your family time. And I know, those with, kids, it may look very different than it did 2 years ago, but be intentional about, spend a little time with your family, even if it's like a 5-minute quick hug. I always tell my son, I've told him since he was a little baby, you're my blessing. And so it's so funny now at 3, he comes back to me, like running out the door. He's like, you're my blessing, mommy. That is like so special to me. So we need to take that time. You may not have allotted, hour to spend and do whatever, but just be really intentional about saying what you mean, hugging on your family, telling you appreciate them. That's going to fill you up for the day and give you energy. And then one thing that can't be dismissed is this plan and calendar. Plan and calendar, plan and calendar. Know what you have, what you're going to be doing before you hit your desk in the morning. Because it can be so distracting to sit down or pull up your phone, and what are you going to pull up? Whatever the notification is, likely. And then it's going to be social media, it may be a news site. And then next thing you know, an hour's gone. So plan what you're going to do, block off that time. Gary talks about building a bunker for yourself. So is where you lead generate and work a place that's safe, that there's free of interruptions, it's free of distractions. Do you need your big old Chick-fil-A cup sitting with you? Do you need your water? Do you need your coffee? Do you need what do you need? We're all different. And the cool thing is we get to have a free space. No one dictates what's on our desk. But at the same time, it's kind of it can be a challenge, right? Because you can also have, if you're at home and working, you're like, oh, I'll just work in the living room. And then you may look down and there may be a basket of laundry there, or kids' toys, or the pet might be running through the house. Like, make sure that wherever your working space is, that's clean, clear, and you're able to concentrate on what you need to do. And then, of course, get to the lead generation. And lead generation can have a lot to do with your appreciation as well, right? Make those calls, the gratitude calls, to get you started. It'll make you feel good, and it'll give you momentum.
Hey, Katie, along
Hey,
those
Adam.
lines, my wife got into real estate about a year ago, and actually June will be a year ago. And I remember back when I got into real estate, she would get on to me, hey, when you're home, won't you be at home? When you're at work, be at work. And so I'm having to rehash that with her now, because she's answering phone calls at 9 o'clock at night, and she's sitting there on the computer. We don't have any family time, right? So we teach people how to treat us. If you set a standard that if somebody calls you at 9 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock in the morning, that you're going to answer, is that really a positive thing? Because you're teaching the people how to treat you. So, and look, we all have to be responsible. We all have to be responsive. We represent our clients. Yet, Nick, you have a family, right? And you need to, your family time is important. And I've had to get on to her about, hey, listen, time block your calendar. And if that appointment that you tell your clients you can't meet them because you have an appointment is getting your nails done to make you feel special, or get your hair done, or go play golf, or whatever it is, you have to block out your personal time first. And two, behind that, one thing that I'll tell you, when I got in real estate, first thing I did when I came in the office, because I didn't know any better, was I'd open my emails and I would just get chasing rabbits. And typically those rabbits aren't positive energy. So I changed that with some coaching around that for my MAPS coach. And I'd answer my emails at 11 o'clock, and I would leave for lunch at 12 o'clock. And I had to be very precise with my time. But when we hold ourselves accountable to our tasks, such as this energy plan, it helps us be more efficient and a better person. So we all do it, but we have to change some of our behaviors. So
That's right. Put in the habits that help you be proactive. He goes on to say on page 309, if you're committed to achieving big goals, you must be committed to a learning-based living. Learning is both empowering and energizing. It is about gaining new knowledge and new skills. It's also about renewal. Somebody mentioned that this morning, right? Renewal is fun. So learning is about gaining knowledge and skills. It allows you to do more with the energy you have. It's the foundation of proactivity, taking charge, being in control. Being learning-based gives you a great advantage in business over those who are not. By default, they have less energy and are spending more of it to do the same things you do easily. So as we're looking at the energy plan, as we're talking about our big goals, our big why, you need to remember your big why, right? You need to remember why you got into real estate and what you're doing it for. You need to have a plan in place so that you're proactive. The day can get away from you very quickly. I mean, literally everybody on this call knows that. And so what are you doing to help yourself? There's a lot of things that we're not doing to be proactive, but what can we do? And based on the conversation today, what do you need to add to your calendar to tomorrow morning? You know your timeline. What are you making sure that you have your spiritual energy, your physical energy, emotional energy, your mental energy, and your business energy prepared every day? That's going to set you up for success, and that's going to help you achieve your goals faster than if you were just to leave it to chance. It makes you to become intentional around your activities. Speaking of which, I want to talk a little bit about a lead generation tactic that I think will help you as well. This is something that some of you guys may or may not know about, the DTD2, or actually now they're on DTD4. It's Do the Database. And what they've done is taken your alphabet and you divide your database by the alphabet. So that prevents call bias. So you can see week by week who you need to be calling, whether you're calling from your phone, you're calling from command, what an Excel sheet you have. You just literally pick the names, last names, A and W for week 1, and call them. Call with whatever script you're going to call. Hey, how are you? I'm thinking about you is a great script. Okay. If all else fails, right? And if Adam calls me and he's a real estate agent, whether I've talked to him in 3 years or not, I'm going to remember he's in real estate. We're probably Facebook friends because that's how the world goes. And what am I going to ask Adam after he says, how are you? How are things going? I'm going to say, how's real estate? Like, how are you doing? That opens up a spot to say whatever it is you need to say about real estate. You don't have to call with a sales pitch or be kind of, everybody doesn't want to be the used car salesman, right? But that's coming from contribution. And that's also just answering the question that they have. You can also throw in a line, hey, if you ever have any real estate needs or know someone that I can help, I'm looking to help people this year. If you know your goal, 29 first-time home buyers, Nick, I would be telling everybody that. I'm ready to help 50 families this year. I put it into terms that people can help you. They will help you once they know. But this is an easy way to make sure you're touching everybody in your database and you're not using call bias. I've already shared this in Facebook and I'll share it again. But it's just breaking down the alphabet based on kind of the US population approximate percentage. So we know that 10.54% of the US have a last name with A and W, and then it just goes down from there. And so you can cycle around. There's a way to tag your contacts in command by their DTD 4 letter. And so that when you pull that up, it shows them their names and you know who to call on that day. So this is something I didn't know. We talked about it a little bit yesterday with an agent, and I said, you know what, I need to share this this morning with anybody. Does anybody use this method currently?
We use it on our team routinely. So it's very simple, and it's a way to touch everybody. Like we were talking with the agent yesterday, if you got it outlined, it's not a question of who do I call. It's right there in front of you. So, and another thing is, if you guys think about your allied resources or your doctors or your nurses or whoever, what other industry reaches out to somebody and says, Cordelia, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to make sure everything was going okay. How did y'all make it through COVID okay? Or whatever, right? It's just a easy touch to stay in contact with people. They know what you do for a living, and I'd put money on it. 80% of the time, somebody's going to say, Cordelia, how's the real estate market? How's business? And it just opens the door automatically every time. And if it doesn't open the door, you need to look at how you're marketing yourself. That might be something that we need to take a look at, because if they don't know you're in real estate, then we need to do something different around your marketing. So.
Any other feedback about the DTD4? I think, oh, go ahead, Nick.
No, I was just saying it works. That's all.
So and it's a great tool to use for sure. If you look at your database and you have one and you have hundreds of people in it, it can be overwhelming. And this is part of coming up with a plan to fit in that energy plan. Know what you're going to do. Hey, this week I'm calling H&B, right? And so every day on your calendar, it's going to pop up. And so when you sit down to lead generate, you already know who you're calling. You already know what you're going to say. You're not leaving it to chance. Just taking control of your lead generation. All right, so we've got some May training opportunities. You want to make sure that you have added these to your calendar. Here we go. This week, the Southeast region is hosting 2 events on the same day, May 6th. We've got the new agent mastermind. So if you are a newer agent, joined real estate, Keller Williams, it doesn't have to even be Keller Williams Real Estate in the last 12 months. They are doing masterminds quarterly from the region's top rookies. So they're taking what the rookies of the year last year did, and they are putting them on display, and they're going to share with you guys what they do. And so don't miss that. That's at 8:30 on the 6th. There is a link to register to get the link. And then also the region is hosting that afternoon diversity inclusion workshop. They're putting these on quarterly as well. And this is with Dr. Brandy talking about leadership, diversity, and inclusion. And that's from 1 to 2 Central. And so these are great activities to jump in on. Shaquille, are you still on the call? Can't see you. Okay, maybe she's not. I was going to see what they had said at the regional social equity meetings around what to expect for this. They had the lady who did the last workshop at our regional meeting, our quarterly meeting for the leadership, and her segment was amazing. And so you definitely want to tune into these and check them out. Free to attend, and you just register via the links provided. We also have Command Day on the 7th. So that is going to be from 8:30 to I think 1:30 or 2 on Friday. We are going to, you do not have to register for this if you plan on being in the office, both in the Montgomery training room. That's going to be our first day in the Montgomery training room. And then Auburn, we're going to have it streaming on the televisions there. And then Sarah is going to be here floating and helping people. And I'm going to be in Auburn helping people. So bring your computer and plan to come that day. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. It works all the way through entering your contacts to customizing your website, using your app. It goes all through smart plans. And Patrick is leading that on webinar style, but we will also be there with you to monitor and help out any way we can so you guys can work alongside us. There's been several questions come up lately on different things, and this is a great opportunity to do a workshop style day with Patrick leading us. So be sure that you're able to attend that. If you can't, then you'll just register and you can do it on your own if you can't come in person. But we will be in person helping you guys out. Next week, we've got new agent orientation. Ignite Q1 is finished on the 12th. And then, of course, May 13th is Red Day. So make sure that you have that on your calendar. I should be getting the shirts in probably next week. And so I'll let you guys know, and we can coordinate taking some to Auburn so you guys can have some shirts as well. So we have what we're doing. Here's the plan. We are collecting school supplies and after school snacks. And the reason I said after school snacks is because that is puts a picture in your mind of what kind of snacks we're collecting. Is for kids. It's for summer, like their summer programs. There's a couple organizations here in Montgomery that we're going to donate to that do summer programs. They need school supplies and after school snacks. I would love nothing more than to be able to take huge loads of stuff to these organizations. So whether I know you all go shopping throughout the week to the grocery store, Walmart, whatever, grab something while you're there. And it can be, a notebook, some pencils, some color pencils, marker, literally it's limitless, and have that brought. Or you can order something on Amazon and have it shipped to our office. If we get school supplies and snacks, we'll know exactly what it's for. We will not put it in the pantry. And we're going to start collecting now. So go ahead and be bringing those to both the Auburn office and here in Montgomery. And then the day of, we are going to meet at Spirit Horse Therapeutic Center at 8:30 a.m. I know that seems early. There was a specific time because they teach classes at 11. So we literally will only be there for 2 hours. They have, I think, the side of a barn they needed painting and some like raking and picking up sticks. So it's going to be light manual labor there for 2 hours. And that's going to be our day of activity. So that's in above Prattville. And that's where we're going to be going that morning. If we want to coordinate a carpool, we can do so leaving from the office. Auburn, you guys are also welcome to attend. If you guys want to do so. She only needed about 6 or 8 people there that day. And then for lunch that day, we won't be going, but we will be donating pizzas to the kids at the Brentwood Children's Home. They said the kids really need to pick me up. We couldn't be around the children there, but they were requesting we do something like a pizza party for them. So we'll be sending some pizzas for the kids there. So that's what it looks like today. And just mark your calendar, put it on your to-do list to get some after-school snacks and school supplies and bring them by the offices for us. Do we have any questions? Okay, as soon as I have shirts, we'll do shirts. I would love to have something, here at the office where we could gather together. Was trying to see if the construction was going to be done so we could kind of plan something around that. And yet we know now that's not going to be complete here. So just stay tuned. We may have a lunch or something here at the office where we can all participate. I think that would be good. But that's how you can help: school supplies and after school snacks. All right, one more thing we've got here: Run Your Business Like a Business, Bob Kalinsky, 9:30 to 12:30. It will be in Auburn. We are locking down the location right now. It's looking like it's going to be at the bottling center. We've looked at exploring a couple of different locations. We've got a couple of sponsors helping us with this, and it's going to be a great day. We have 25 people registered so far, and I'm going to be honest, when I look at the registrants, it's a lot of non-KW and even out of Auburn and Montgomery location. I have people from Phoenix City. We've got people from Columbus. We've got people from Birmingham registered. So please go register today for this class. It is going to be worth your day.
59 or 60 KW agents.
Adam, you have something you're going to say?
They were asking about how many attendants we had to have. And I was
Yes.
telling you to have 60 KW agents and 10 non-KW agents to have the class.
And I think at this point, we're pretty close on the 10 non. So we need you guys to register today. Bob will not come without those qualifications. So 60 KW agents and 10 non. So register today, share with a co-op friend that you have. This literally goes over how to use a P&L, how to literally run your business like a business. It is not about Keller Williams. Anybody that's heard Bob speak, it's very entertaining. And so it's very, something that you want to mark on your calendar. It doesn't come around often. We've been trying to get them for over a year now. So this is something that we've been excited about for a while. And we want you guys to take advantage of it. It is free to attend. So please take advantage now and share. I would love everybody here today. We've got 18 participants plus 6 in the room. So let's say 25 people. If everybody on here texted out 5 people they knew, we would fill this up in no time. So please help us out by doing that. All right, so our MCA minute, Susan is actually not in this morning, and look how cute this little GIF is. Sold, and he's so excited, he gets all the money. Please be sure to submit your closings via commission for our Montgomery agents. Get them in command. You have your compliance with your docs and your commission requests. Both have to be submitted to be checked so that when your closing comes in, that's a smooth, quick process of getting you paid. For Auburn, you guys know what to do. Get with Maria. Please let her know on any closings you have from before us and now. We're keeping track of those, and she's submitting everything for you guys. So please be sure that you're doing that. If you've got a closing on the books for May that you already know about, we should also know about it. As soon as the contract is accepted, you need to be submitting that stuff to us. To note for Auburn, there are lock boxes Maria has. So Montgomery people, before I get phone calls, Lee County does it a little bit different than Montgomery. So they make, the board makes the office responsible for the lock boxes. And so the agents have to check them out from the office. So take that up with Mar if you have a problem with that. I do not control how our lock boxes in Montgomery are governed. So just be sure, Auburn, if you've got a listing and you need a lock box, Maria would love the listing paperwork and she will gladly let you check out a lock box. So we have those. I know that was something in question last week. Any other questions about MCA stuff, how things are processed? Everybody good? Okay, awesome. It's gonna be our first month as a joint establishment. I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be great. We still have floor duty opportunity available in both offices. So please take the opportunity to sign up for that. Shifts are 8:30 to 12:30 and 12:30 to 5. So there's opportunity to come into the office, lead generate. Our record at this point for leads received on phone duty is 5 by Gerald Davis. He got 5 leads. I think it was his first day doing it. So we've had several agents that have taken leads by taking phone duty. And so it's very exciting. It gives you a great opportunity to get used to the scripts and dialogue, speaking to people, qualifying people. We provide buyer lead sheets and pre-listing questionnaires for anybody on phone duty. So you simply just fill it out and you're able to use that and, grow your business. So let us know if you want to sign up for that. We have sheets where you can sign up for the slot that you prefer. And then did you know that LinkedIn named Keller Williams one of the top companies in the United States to work for? That's pretty cool. That's way to go, KW. And again, it's you guys. So it's people wouldn't work for the company if they didn't enjoy the people they work with. And so you guys are an awesome group to work with. I think we're definitely the best. Forbes also named Keller Williams America's Best Employer for Diversity. Another very cool award to receive and very meaningful. And it stands to the character that we are as a company. I'm going to skip through some of these. You see new designs in KW Command. Take some time to explore that. There's some neat stuff in there. You don't have to recreate the wheel. They've got some great things that you guys can utilize. I mentioned this last week, but Keller Mortgage is doing a 60-day refinancing special. Their interest rates are a quarter below average, lower monthly payments, no lender fees, fast processing, and limited to KW customers. So this, as you're calling through lead generating, this is something great just to let people know about. No pressure. Anybody interested, you simply go to kellermortgage.com and sign in through your dashboard, send them the link there. I think Cordelia did one last week. Or you can share through your consumer app. There's a spot on there that says Keller Mortgage, and you can just send them the link to apply there. So it has to be connected to you as an agent for them to take advantage of that. But this is a great lead generation conversation just to let people know there's a program out there to help them if they're not ready to sell and interested in refinancing. All right, so I'm going to scoot on through these. We're close to 10 o'clock. The Red Label store is having a sale. I know I have a lot of people comment on the t-shirts when I wear them. Where do you get them? We typically get them at Family Reunion at the Red Label booth, and yet they've got a whole online store as well. So you can check that out and see if there's something on there for gear that you want to check out there. And that's all I have today. Jimmy Ann, I just saw she's trying to jump in. Jimmy Ann, I just saw you jump in. Is there something that you have to add for a broker brief? I didn't give you a slide this week.
Let me unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, great. A couple of things to remind you. Binder checks. These things belong, a binder check is money for someone else. So make sure that you get these binder checks in as quickly as possible after the contract has been negotiated and accepted. Now, that's for the Montgomery market. I'm not sure what the tradition is in the Auburn market. Do you over there have your binder checks attached to the offer that you present to the listing agent? If you do, make sure that you have that check with that offer. Secondly, when you go to a closing, it's really important, if you want to be able to have your commission check dispersed to you after you're complete with all your compliance without any delay, make sure that the commission check that you're bringing from closing is what you're supposed to be bringing. Attorneys do make mistakes. Sometimes we as an office may be holding the binder and they pay our company the entire commission. Or it could be vice versa. But the main thing is make sure the money you bring back to the office is correct, because Susan cannot disperse until that DA or that item, that account can be totally balanced when she disperses. So just make sure you check those checks before you leave the attorney's office to make sure they've done it right. I guess that's it. Does anybody have a question? Super.
Great point, Jimmy Ann. And we see it pretty often that there are mistakes made. People are human. And that's where you have the opportunity. You don't have a big role in closing, and yet you do have the opportunity to check that closing disclosure and check that check. Make sure it's accurate. Do your due diligence. Know where the earnest money is. That way you can ask a question there in closing. You don't have to come here and go, oh, and then you're backtracking because they're in with another client. They're having another closing at that point. All that's going to get delayed. So do everything you can in your effort to ensure that you are paying attention and you're not just, taking that check in the envelope and then opening it up over here, that everything matches up. Thank you for mentioning that, Jimmy Ann. The earnest money, we definitely need to get that as quickly as possible and that it can be processed. Please do not bring, on that note, please do not bring Susan or Maria and earnest money to hold. Our office policy is that earnest money is processed immediately. We have a nifty little deposit machine. It just takes it in there and it puts it in the account. If you hand an earnest money over and then you go, oh no, they decided they didn't, we're not, that offer wasn't accepted, or we decided we weren't going to go with that one. It's already in the account. It then has to have a binder disbursement attached to it. So please make sure that what you bring to us, you do so in a timely fashion and it's ready to be deposited because that's something that is required. I see you, Monica, popping in on here. Do you have, as our favorite attorney, do you have something you would like to add?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to figure out how to unmute.
No, you're good.
Good morning, everyone. We are just so excited to be partnering with you guys. And sorry, my view is not working right. Just so excited to be with you guys and partnering in our efforts. We are looking forward to coming on board really, really soon. I know we've got a lot of operational details to work through. But just super excited to be in office with you guys, conducting closings for you and partnering with you to make certain that your businesses stay successful. So thanks again for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone in the office.
Hey, I heard you have your first closing with us. That's exciting.
Yes, yeah. I saw that. So we're working on that, and I'm sorry, we're trying to figure the screen out, but yes, we've got one coming up. I think it's next week. So we're working to make certain that all of your closings are seamless and problem-free. And again, if you have any questions or any concerns with file preparation or anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask us. We're here to help. We're here to help guide, and we're here to make certain that you have successful, seamless closings. So
thank you so much. And for those of you guys who don't know, Monica is also a KW agent
yes.
out of the Birmingham office, and she's a Montgomery girl. She grew up in Montgomery. So
yes.
We're excited to have her as well. So I appreciate you guys for spending time with us this morning. We just went a couple minutes over. Thank you for your time. I trust that today's call was valuable to you. We so appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to register for the awesome training coming up this month. Bye, everybody.